My name is Maurits Groen. I'm the founder and CEO of Waka Waka, which is a company that produces solar lights and chargers for mobile phones with USB radios, cameras, what have you, small electronic devices.
And you guys have been working on this for several years now. When did you get started, and what inspired the starting of this?
Well, the inspiration actually comes from Africa, where we discovered a lot of people, actually globally 1.3 billion people in the world, are not connected at all to the power grid, so they lack access to light and power after dark, which is in the tropics. Within half an hour it's completely pitch black dark, so that it severely limits people in their possibilities to have a social life, to work, to make school work for children, etc.
And what was the personal like? Did you have an experience visiting, or just you saw the information, the statistics somewhere, and you thought we need to help out here? Or
in 2010, Camille van Gestel and I, my co-founder, visited South Africa. We compensated for the millions of tons of CO2 that were emitted by the World Football Championships in South Africa, and then we discovered that a lot of people are living off-grid. So we thought, how on earth after dark do they supply themselves with light and power? Well, power is out of the question. There's no way around it. They don't have it. And light, they use kerosene or batteries or candles. Expensive, bad light, dangerous. There's a better alternative, of course, which is sunlight, but you have to store it and make it available at the moment in the form that you need it, light and power. So we thought solar PV is coming up. It's becoming cheaper all the time. The quality of LED lights, the quality of batteries, it's all improving. Prices are coming down. Why won't we design a beautiful and efficient solar light and charger for people that normally wouldn't be able to afford it?
And I don't know the perfect day to get into the market, but more or less, I think you got into this right at the perfect time. So I'm sure you've seen really strong growth in the past few years. Could you speak a little bit about your growth numbers, growth figures, and forecasts as well?
Actually, we started 3.5 years ago with the two of us, Camille van Gestel and I, and at the moment in Amsterdam, Haarlem, where we are situated right now, we have some 22, 24, I don't know even, employees. We have a company in the United States, which is growing very fast. We have a number of people employed, and we envision sharp growth there this year and the years to come. We have a special company in Rwanda, which is already employing 10, 15 people.
And do you know how many people and households have benefited from these so far? Or
so
it's
far,
hard to measure, I'm sure.
It's a steep curve now, but already some 600,000 Wakas have been distributed. So it's it's a very rapid development.
What is your projection for the next few years?
I don't dare to mention it.
Okay.
People would think I'm insane.
I'm sure, yeah.
But
big.
we think that the hockey stick curve might very well apply, because it's the right time to introduce solar and power, because the quality, as I said, both of solar PV panels and batteries and LED lights is ameliorating. It's getting better, the quality. The price is coming down sharply. If we combine it and we do good marketing, we are able to convince people that solar power is also something that they can afford, we are confident that we can have a very, very sharp increase of sales like we've been doing the last 3 years.
Well, I'm sure I would agree with you, and I'm sure many Clean Technica readers would agree with you, because we definitely see the disruptive potential of these technologies and the costs coming down, the technology is improving. And could you maybe just highlight a couple of moments in these past few years that really stood out to you as, I don't know, moments that really are memorable and made you feel, yeah, this is great that we're doing this, you know?
Well, the very first time that we really sensed that the time is right for this product is when we started to crowdfund for this whole operation. Camille and I, we put her in our own savings. and our time, of course, which was quite a lot. But we needed to be able to establish a product that was really the best in class. We needed to invest quite a lot of money. So we went to Kickstarter and another crowdfunding campaign here in the Netherlands, and we raised up to over 800% of our target. So we thought the moment is right, the public is ready, the product can be produced. Actually, we sold the product before it was even produced. People paid us to actually produce it. So they had confidence in the story, they had confidence in us. So we repeated that several times. We've done some 9 crowdfunding campaigns.
9.
I don't know how much money, but it was, I think, 1.5 million euros that we raised. So we were able to keep on developing. Next month we will introduce the Waka Waka Base 5 and 10, which is in fact a solar home system, which you can charge 3 mobile phones at the same time. You have 500 hours of solid light after 1 day of African sunshine, and we will keep on developing this. So this was very memorable that we saw that the market and the timing were ripe for our product.
Yeah, well, I see many great things, get presented on Kickstarter and other crowdfunding platforms. But I remember, being impressed with the response. So you must have done a great job on all fronts, not just developing the product, but on all fronts of the business, which then, have served well to bring clean electricity and lighting to so many people.
Well, I like very much you asked for experience. Just the other day, a retired businessman who was living right across the corner here, he came visit us once. He has bought a house in the Philippines, and his neighbor is a midwife. And at some night, she knocked on his door and she said, "I have to go to an emergency. Can you bring me there?" He has a motor, and she hasn't. So he went there and he saw how this delivery of babies, how this happens. With kerosene lights, very dangerous, with wooden houses, etc. So the next time he came over, he bought a couple of boxes of Waka Wakas. He distributed them among midwives in Mindanao in the Philippines. And last Friday he came by just to tell us that over 960 babies were born safely only in the surroundings of where this midwife, who is his neighbor, is living. So they were all delivered safely with clean light. Normally, I was told by another midwife, she delivers babies, they don't have any light. So she uses her own mobile phone. She puts her in her mouth because there's also light on the mobile phone.
I've heard of this.
She can't communicate because otherwise the device would fall out of her mouth.
Yeah.
So this is extremely, this should be history.
Yeah, and I mean, even in an individual case, you can't even quantify the benefit of an individual story like this. So to think of how many stories like this are coming from your product is wonderful. And it's a real honor to meet you, and I'm sure we'll be covering your products as you roll out more and more in the years to come.
Thank you very much.